Welcome to our channel. For this first video, we're counting down the top 10 best male tennis players in the history of the French Open, which 2024 edition will start on May 20th. Get ready to be inspired and entertained as we take a look at the legendary athletes who have left their mark on the clay courts of Roland Garros. Starting off our list at number 10 is the remarkable Jim Courier, US, with 2 victories in 1992 and 1991. Jim Courier was the youngest man to reach the singles finals of all 4 majors at the age of 22 years and 11 months. He also won 5 Masters titles and was part of the victorious United States Davis Cup teams in 1992 and 1995. Moving on to number 9, we have the dynamic Sergi Bruguera, Spain, who also won 2 times in Paris in 1993 and 1994. His career-high singles ranking was world number 3. Bruguera earned a reputation as a top clay court player in the early 1990s, asserting his dominance until 1994. Coming into 1995 French Open as the 2-time defending champion, he only dropped 1 set en route to semifinals, where he was defeated by 1989 French Open champion Michael Chang. At number 8, we have the legendary French René Lacoste, one of the 4 musketeers alongside Henri Cochet, Jean Borotra, and Jacques Brugnon, with who he won the Davis Cup in 1927 and 1928. He won at home in 1925, 1927, and 129. He won 7 Grand Slam singles titles in total, solidifying his status as one of the all-time greats of his sport. He then went on to create his own brand of sport clothes, Lacoste. Coming in at number 7 is the iconic Ivan Lendl, Czechoslovakia, US, who won in 1984, 1986, and 1987. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest tennis players of all time. Lendl was ranked world number 1 in singles for a then-record 270 weeks and won 94 singles titles. He won 8 major singles titles and was runner-up 11 times, making him the first man to contest 19 major finals. At number 6, we have the extraordinary Mats Wilander, Sweden, whose 3 triumphs at the French Open in 1982, 1985, and 1988 have earned him a well-deserved spot among the tennis elite. Wilander won his 4th major singles title at the age of 20, the youngest man in history to have achieved the feat. With Djokovic and Nadal, he's the only player to have won at least 2 major singles titles on each of the 3 surfaces. Breaking into the top 5, we have the incomparable Gustavo Kuerten, Brazil, whose love story with Roland Garros public went down in history. His victories at Roland Garros 1997, 2000, and 2001 have solidified his place in tennis history. With his extraordinary charm and performances, he has proven to be a true legend of the sport. Before we reach the top 3, we encounter the sensational Novak Djokovic, Serbia, with 3 wins in 2016, 2021, and 2023. His rivalry with Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer, their dominance over the tennis circuit for years, have captivated audiences and fellow players alike. Djokovic has been ranked number 1 for a record total of 425 weeks in a record 13 different years, and finished as the year-end number 1 a record 8 times. Djokovic has won a record 24 Grand Slam men's singles titles, including a record 10 Australian Open titles. Coming in at number 3 is the French phenomenon Henri Cochet, with 4 wins in 1926, 1928, 1930, and 1932. Cochet won a total 22 majors, including 7 Grand Slam singles, 5 doubles, and 3 mixed doubles. During his major career, he won singles and doubles titles on 3 different surfaces: clay, grass, and wood. He was ranked as world number 1 player for 4 consecutive years, 1987 through 1931. At number 2, we have Bjorn Borg, Sweden, who won 6 times at the French Open: 1974, 1975, 1978, 1979, 1980, and 1981. He is the only man to achieve the Channel Slam 3 times. Borg contested the French Open, Wimbledon, and US Open finals in the same year 3 times: 1978, 1980, 81. He is widely considered one of the all-time greats of the sport. He was ranked by Tennis Magazine as the 6th greatest male player of the Open era. His rivalry with John McEnroe is considered one of the best in the sport's history, and their meeting in the 1980 Wimbledon final is considered one of the greatest matches ever played. And finally, at the top of our list, we have the legendary, the unbeatable in his clay kingdom that is Roland Garros, Rafael Nadal. The Spanish player won a total of 14 times at the French Open. His left-handed forehand, two-handed backhand, his tenacity and powerful shots all together have made him an incredible champion and a delight to watch. For over a decade, Nadal has led men's tennis along with Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic as the big three. Nadal surpassed his joint record with Djokovic and Federer for the most Grand Slam men's singles titles at the 2022 Australian Open, and became one of 4 men in history to complete the double career Grand Slam in singles. He's a shining example of excellence in the world of tennis. The question remains for all his fans and all tennis fans out there. Will he be able to play one last time this year at Roland Garros? Let's hope so. Thank you for joining us on this inspiring journey through the history of the French Open. These incredible athletes have shown us the true meaning of determination, skill, and sportsmanship. And their legacy will continue to inspire generations of tennis players to come. What about you? Which one of this great champions is your favorite? Tell us in the comments.